correct me if I'm wrong, but you think that one way the international community should not go about achieving stability and security in Somalia is through mounting a large sort of UN peacekeeping operation. What are your problems with that?
No, I think the key problem is that peacekeepers can't do what we want to see done in Somalia. It's just not an appropriate tool in all cases, and this is one case where it really can't work. As you're already aware, there is an African Union peacekeeping operation on the ground. They play a very limited role. They protect the government and they protect key installations, and as such, they are they're providing a crucial service, but they're not actually there in such numbers or performing such activities as to become a major aggravation. So, they're under attack by a hardcore of insurgents, but for the most part, the country and the government accept that they need to be there for a very limited time. An international peacekeeping operation, such as a large UN operation, would have the exact opposite effect. We didn't get too much into the UN role, or the larger UN role, but broadly speaking, at this moment, the United Nations is a symbol of the international community, and for the past 2 years or so, the international community has been held responsible by Somali people for the creation of the transitional federal government, which, as I said before, has only recently gained legitimacy, and for some of the activities of, for example, the Ethiopian forces and the U.S. Attacks, the targeted attacks that they have been or had been launching on suspected al-Qaeda representatives within the country. So basically, the international community doesn't have a great reputation in Somalia right now, and a large ground force of UN peacekeepers would be perceived very badly. They'd be perceived as an invasion. Furthermore, the two possible tasks that a UN peacekeeping operation could perform in Somalia could not be well done by a peacekeeping operation. So two things that we typically send peacekeepers to do are, one, to create stability, so broad area domination in a military fashion of the country to impose stability, and two, civilian protection. The United Nations peacekeeping system, as sophisticated as it is and as successful as it has been in other places, is not in a position to mount a large, complex counterinsurgency. We're talking about war fighting, not peacekeeping. And so in terms of stability, the UN really just can't do that job. In terms of civilian protection, likewise, what you're talking about in Somalia is not, cordoning off a refugee camp and keeping a handful of civilians safe, which a peacekeeping operation could conceivably do. What we're talking about in Somalia is violence that is so diffused and so constant and chronic throughout the country that protection functionally demands law and order. And again, a UN peacekeeping operation is not well placed to do that. So the bottom line is a UN peacekeeping operation can't do the work that we would want them to do, and they would create a further aggravation. They would create further political and a military confrontation within the country. In other words, they'd make it worse. And that's why we're not advocating for a peacekeeping force.